my name's Emma and let's talk spooky stuff. We're gonna go see Split, which I'm so excited to see because I like to say I've heard good reviews for, but I've actually been dodging all of the reviews, no matter what, no matter where they're from, no matter who did them, because this is those type of movies that, oh well, number one, this movie Split is very controversial. So, did you know how controversial this film is?
No.
Do you know why? You want to take a guess?
Because they talk about DID?
Yep. And people don't like films that paint mental health in the wrong light, which I can completely understand. Yeah, it's a tough one, and it was one I was not going to do a come with me on because of that, but I know a lot of you guys will be asking me what I think of this film just because so many people have been talking about it. If you don't know anything about the film whatsoever, so don't I. All I know is it is a guy that has dissociative identity disorder, and it's called Split, and it's directed by M. Night Shyamalan. Is that how I say it? And that's all I know. So I can't really do like a predictions thing, but I know I like this film. I just know it because...
So, I mean, what does the cover say? The cover says he has 23 different personalities.
I don't know any of this. Don't give any of
it
away.
The cover, like honestly, like the front of the cover, like on the thing.
I'll just block my ears, shall I?
Okay, then do it.
The reason I predict that I like this film is mostly because I do like films about mental illness. Kill me, whatever. I just think it's interesting. I love to read about this kind of thing. Yeah, you guys know I like this kind of stuff, and I like the realism in these kind of films. Although I do like some paranormal films, I really like kind of the thriller horrors that are more realistic, and I don't think it'll be scary by any means. I really don't think it'll be scary. I think it'll be more shocking.
Intense.
Yeah, but I don't think it'll be more shocking than scary. I think if they wanted to make a movie about how actually scary having DID is, it'd probably be like, you know, Sybil, if you guys know what Sybil is, like waking up in the middle of the snow and not knowing who you are or where you are kind of thing. And that's what I think is the real horror really behind that kind of mental illness. That is all I have for my my pre-film watching. But I'll talk to you guys very soon, and let's go watch
Split.
Watching Split. Dean really liked it.
Yep.
I liked it. I'm not gonna say I didn't like it. I just don't think it was really what I expected. To be honest, even though I did say that I had no expectations at all, coming out of it, I feel like maybe I did. I felt like the film was gonna be more of a, I don't know how to explain it, like campy type, upbeat, dark comedy, horror. Ryan Reynolds. Oh, like The Voices.
Yeah. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah. No. Well, that's definitely like the campy type element, like the glamorous type element. Or Bronson, if you guys have seen that with Tom Hardy. I did think it was going to be like a dark kind of. I don't know why. I just really thought that, and it wasn't. The film, as we said before, is about a guy who has DID and he's going through like therapy, but something kind of cracks him along the way, and he starts to unravel like a self-fulfilling prophecy, and he has to kidnap 3 girls, and yeah, it just unravels that way. Like, there isn't a lot that I can say without giving it away, because to be honest, although it is a complex idea, it is a very simple storyline. There's not many characters, and you're just kind of watching it go back and forth and unfold. So in that regard, it is interesting. The one thing that I felt was the most interesting thing that I got from the film, or it really like took away with all of the controversy people were talking about, was the fact that it wasn't as controversial in a bad way, in my mind. This is anyway. I thought that the film was going to be like as I said before, campy and like glamorizing or demonizing mental illness, where I felt like it was completely opposite. It was more conversational. It had a lot about the therapist talking about DID and how it's very like misunderstood and like vouching for it, and talking about how these people are so complex and so different, and how being broken can make you evolve as a human. It was so different to what I thought it would be like. I thought it was a unique idea that they were saying that people who suffer from abuse or anything are more evolved because they've kind of seen more, or especially I guess people who have DID, they're kind of cracked, so they're able to do or have many abilities, if that makes sense. The acting was great. The main guy, what was his name? James McAvoy. He's awesome, and he is from
X-Men.
X-Men.
But the new ones where he's Professor, like the young Professor Xavier.
I like the main girl, who is the girl from The Witch, and the other girl was one of the other girls was also from a movie that I've recently watched, which was The Edge of 17. So that was interesting. She was kind of playing the same kind of role, but I thought that the girls did a really good job. I thought everyone did a really good job. The therapist was amazing as well.
Yeah, she was good.
That was really, really well casted, and especially for McAvoy, because Jesus, like to play, was it 23? 24?
Well, I suppose, you know, no, without giving away, you don't see all 24.
It's to see his face, like, structure, and it's not just like he's changing his accent, he's changing his facial features and stuff. Like, it's quite, I mean, it's probably the hardest job an actor can have, really, isn't it?
The way he holds himself, his poise.
Yeah, well, his mannerisms are insane. So I do think that was really good. I also really liked, there was some really creepy, as the tension built in the film, there was some really creepy sound effects came in, and they kind of held you there and shook you for a bit. I do think that the film may have gone on a touch too long for me. There was just some bits where I was like, come on, moving on, like we need to get to the end. And yeah, that was a little bit disappointing for me. I thought it was a cool idea. I just thought, I don't know, I expected more of a wow to it. In saying that, I did post on Instagram. My Instagram is Spooky Astronauts. So normally when I watch a film, I'm currently watching little poster of it. And from now on, I'm going to try and read out your comments if I'm doing a review on it and I post on it. So Zombie, etc., which is Chris Z from YouTube, said, I still don't know where I stand on it. It wasn't a bad movie, but I did not find it highly great either. I felt The Visit was much better, which I totally agree with. Wood and Metal and Stuff, which is Paul, said, we will need a full comprehensive review, please. Obviously, Paul, you know by now, I don't give much away. I don't like that. I don't play that game. What I like to do is give you guys a little rundown, tell you how I felt about the film, and then you guys can kind of make up your own decision if you think that it is worth watching, if I'm describing something that you would like to see.
Yeah.
Serene Horror, who is Casey, said that she loved it, but there's not a Shyamalan film that she doesn't love, and she hoped that we enjoy it. Thank you so much. And Discount Mobile Accessories, which is Franklin, asked, who is one of my patrons, said, I keep hearing nothing but positive stuff about this movie, and I guess it's on my to-do list for this week. I really do think you should watch it. I totally recommend this movie, even though it might not be my cup of tea. No, it kind of was. Like, I loved the idea of it. It just wasn't delivered in the way I thought it would be. Neptune73_ said, going to see it this week. Everyone who watched it couldn't stop talking about it. Must be good. As I said, I recommend you guys seeing this film. I think it is it's a great idea. I love seeing films that are about mental illness, and in every respect. Like, I like documentaries. I find it very interesting. It's very intriguing, and it's something that should be held in conversation more often. This film is way more of a conversational piece about mental illness than I thought, and I'm very surprised that people had more of a problem with it than other films that are out there. But anyway, I'm not offended. I thought it was a good film, just not my my fave of the year. I'm gonna give it a personal score of 6, just because I just feel like I can't give it a 7, and I don't think it was average as a 5, but I do think it's a film that I liked to watch once. I probably wouldn't watch again. As Chris said, he enjoyed The Visit more, and I totally agree with that. I'm gonna give it an originality score of 8, because I can't fault it. It was very different. Different to anything I was expecting, apparently. And scare score, I'm gonna give it a 6, because there was some actually really gripping, scary parts. As I said before, I don't really want to give anything away, but I do think the tension really built in a very horrific way, where it feels very conversational, and then, yeah, the horror creeps in. Dean, what score are you gonna give it?
I'll give it, I'm just gonna get 1. I just gave it 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10?
Yeah.
Jeez. And I guess that's like a good tell if you have a partner or a friend who doesn't really like horror movies. Take them to go see Split, because apparently they love it. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll talk to you very soon. Stay spooky, guys. Bye.